Hey guys, it's Marco from Nari Media, and today I'm going to show you how to build an AI mentor or coach. And today, for example, I'm going to use Eckhart Tolle. So if you stay tuned to the second half of this video, I'm going to show you how to turn your audiobooks to text files. Because I know back in the day you would get these MP3s and now you're probably like, well, what do I do with them? Because everything's streaming and digital, so you can convert those to text and then you can have your AI mentor reference all the information you know. So if you have PDFs of your books as well, that's going to be great. I have this external hard drive full of tons of Eckhart Tolle audiobooks. So I thought, well, what can I do with this now? So anyway, stay tuned and I'll run you through step by step on how to build this and how to build the best AI mentor or coach. In a previous video as well, I did Deepak Chopra, spiritual coach, so you can use that one in the ChatGPT store. It's live. I'll put the link down below. All right, so the first place we're going to start in ChatGPT is here's your profile over here. So we're going to start by clicking here in the top right corner and go to My GBTs. Then from there, you're going to go create a GBT, custom version for specific purposes. Now in here, you can see all the fields. So there's create or configure. Create's pretty good because you can just say, you know, here's an example of it. Act as Eckhart Tolle, and you know, and then it'll auto make a preview as it. But what I like to do is I like to configure manually. So we're going to need a name, a description, and instructions, as well as conversation starters. And then right here is where we're going to upload all the files. You can choose if you want it access to the web or not. And you can choose if you want it to be able to create images and access Canvas, which is like the side pop out for coding. And over here, it'll preview with what you want. With this, what I like to do in one simple tip and trick is I'll screenshot this here, and then I'm going to ask ChatGPT to help me build the best prompt and instructions for this GBT. I'm not going to try to create it myself. Right now, we're just going to create a new chat, just basic right here, new chat. What I'm going to do is I'll just put this in here. I say I need help building a custom chat GBT. Right, so here's what I did. I said, can you please help me build this custom GBT, an Eckhart Tolle mentor guide? I want it to reference all the PDF documents as well. I'm uploading text files for audiobooks. I want to talk and respond as Eckhart and give the best AI mentor around. I need help with the name, detail, and instructions. I attached an image of the fields I need. It should know because this is in ChatGPT, as well as custom question starters. And then I want deep research. I want a full breakdown into the knowledge base. Okay, so this is giving me the name, the description, and instructions. I'm going to ask if it can expand on the instructions a little more. All right, so here's the expanded instructions for the Eckhart Tolle AI mentor. So speak softly, because the first time it gave me, you know, I know this is not good enough to like do a really good job, right? So I just want to be more in depth. So then we'll get into the research. So the GBT acts as the embodiment of Eckhart Tolle's wisdom teaching style, softly with presence, clear language, reflect patient, compassionate tone, and based on responses, based on my books, teachings, PDF transcripts, and what to avoid. Avoid sounding like a typical chatbot. Or generic coach, and that's pretty good. The next step with creating these AI mentors is the knowledge base. The better the input, the better the output. So the more info you have, if you have a lot of PDFs and books that you have from your favorite author, or let's say you're trying to create an AI business coach and you just have tons of their books and PDFs that you've read, you can save those to your computer and upload that as the knowledge base, because the more you have, the better. You can also go on to YouTube and get transcripts and download and things like that, but I'm just going to keep this very simple here. All right, so the next step is I want to create a prompt for deep research. Like you can say, hey, deep research Eckhart Tolle's teachings, but I want to help build a prompt because I'm going to throw this also into Gemini for deep research, and I'm going to throw it into Grok for deep research, and I'm going to compile all the research because I want a big knowledge database, right? So here's the first step. You can see the difference here now. So I'm going to copy and paste this. Conduct a thorough and detailed research of his spiritual teachings, philosophy, and key concepts. So it's going to go through all this, his tone, his common questions and challenges, and then deliverables. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste this, and I'm going to paste it into, like I said, Gemini, Grok. These are all free platforms that you can run this deep research if you don't have access to PDFs or other documents to fuel the knowledge database, right? So ChatGPT is very thorough. It says which books. I'm just going to say whatever gives me the best results. Do what you do best. And just like that, it's going to start its research. Now let's head over to Gemini, which is Google's large language model. Over in Gemini, you just hit deep research here. I'm going to pop in the same prompt that I used from ChatGPT. So it's going to kind of just give you the breakdown of what it's going to do here. The websites, compile, analyze, and create report. And we're going to hit start research. Now we're going to head over to Grok. So it's grok.com. This is through Elon Musk. This is his large language model. We're going to go to deep research here. I think there's deeper research. So we're going to test this out here. Pop in the prompt. And there you go, just like that. So now I have 3 large language models. Obviously, they have their own learning that they've done. So I want to gather everything, and I'm going to compile this into one large Word doc. So this is going to give me a good understanding. They're all searching different websites and whatnot, so they should have a little bit different results. There will be some crossover. So we could take all the results and put it into one large language model and say summarize it, but we'll just keep it simple here. We're going to export all these and put them into a Google Doc now. So now I'll show you how to do that. All right, so at this step, anyone who has a Gmail account, you go up here, click here, you go to Drive, right? New, Google Doc. This is free, so you can, if you have a Word doc, you could just copy and paste into a Word doc. All right, so the research is done. So all you got to do now is copy and paste this into that Word doc. Take this all. So I got all his information here. So I've gathered the results from Grok, Gemini, and ChatGPT, and it's all in here. It's a massive document, and I'm going to save this as a Word doc, and I'll show you now where to put this. So the next thing I want to do is now we're actually going to create the GPT. So this is where I'm going to copy and paste the instructions and tone it gave me, because I'll need 2 windows open because I need to copy and paste this in, but I'll show you how to do it now. What I did was I just copied it at the end of my Word doc that I had open. So I'll have 2 screens now. I'm going to copy and paste this into the GPT. My GPTs, create a custom GPT. Now this is where we're going to copy the name, the description, and the instructions. Now here's where you can add the conversational starters. So what I did now is I went back into ChatGPT and I asked for some conversational starters. You don't have to use all these. This is if you have it live on the GPT store and people are coming and they're like, oh, I need to talk to Eckhart. So what we can do here is, how can I become more aware in the present moment right now? So I'll copy and paste a few of these over. All right. Now you can see the questions are popping up here. So this is, you can just simply click on that. What does it mean to live in the now? Click on it. We'll test it out. Now here's where we can decide if we want access to the web Canvas 4.0. We might want to have web because if new information comes out, it can search it. But now here's where we upload our document. Now that I've got this document here, this is the knowledge database. So like I mentioned, the better the input, the better the output. If you had other audio PDFs of his works, or if you have Stillness Speaks in a PDF document, you could upload that file right here direct and upload all his books, all his knowledge. But like I said, I have tons of audiobooks in MP3 files. So I'm going to show you in part 2 here how to do it. It's a little more technical, but it's step by step. I know you could do it. Sometimes it's just a little troubleshooting and patience because you're going to run it locally on your machine to use this program called Whisper, and it will transcribe into a TXT file, and then you can upload the TXT files. The next thing too is we need a little icon. We need the AI Eckhart Tolle. We need the Terminator of Eckhart. Like this, he knows all the information. I'm going to upload all his audio files from all his audio books. I have a huge database. I'm gonna do the Now series right now, and I have all his audiobooks here, so.
And for most people, all their motivations, all their actions arise either out of fear.
Anyway, I'm going to get to that right away here, but let's create the AI Eckhart. All right, so I asked for the AI Eckhart. I said I need someone that's half machine, half enlightened, and I just created it as a prompt, and this is the image that came up, so we're going to pop him in to the placeholder. All right, so now you add the little plus sign here. So he's in there now, and we got all the instructions, and he's ready to use. Let's test him out here. Have to push create, and you can do it in the ChatGPT store. You can do anyone with the link or only me, and push save. Part 2, I have been exporting some of my audio files. So if you want to export from audiobooks, there's a few steps, simple steps. So first off, you're gonna need Python on your computer. So you go to python.org/downloads, and you can download it here to Mac. You need a developer package, so install that on your computer. The next thing you'll need is ffmpeg. So you can go to ffmpeg.org. I'm gonna put all these links down below, and this is just a solution to convert audio streams and video files locally on your computer. The next step is to get Whisper, and this you can get through GitHub and OpenAI, and you can download this on your computer as well, and you're gonna run it through your terminal. So to get access to your terminal, Command spacebar just opens up your search, and you can type in terminal. Now, if you do want a little more in-depth step-by-step tutorial on this, please comment below and I will get back to you and show you how to do this. But like I said, it's step-by-step. You can just even tell ChatGPT, hey, I'm gonna convert MP3 on my machine locally, and it will give you a guide, and it'll pretty much tell you to get Python, ffmpeg, and Whisper. And then what you do is you find your documents on your desktop. I'll show you here now.
You say to time, I don't want...
So I'm doing one at a time. I have my whole pack. So then what I do is I pop in Python M Whisper, and then the file name, which is choose to awaken now 3. And you want to have underscores in this. You don't want any spaces, so make sure your file name has underscores, and push enter. It does take a little while, and you can see here, it's going to detect the language. It's finding the file because I told it's on the desktop. I told it the file name, and once it's done, it will put the TXT file direct on the desktop, all automatically. So you'll see here, it's really cool once it starts detecting the language, and I will play the audio file by the side, and you can see how it's working.
Please stop, you say to time. I don't want to be dragged along this stream of time towards my inevitable doom. But you can't stop it. Also, on one level, time seems to be very dominated.
So you can see it's spitting out the lines line by line. It's pretty cool. And that will auto-transcribe it to text, and it's going to pop it here. Then what we're going to do is take that TXT file and go back to our Eckhart Tolle. And you can see I've added a couple already, and I'm upload here and pop it in. So as I build this knowledge database, we are going to have the most insightful and knowledgeable Eckhart. Soon I will actually even take off web search because I'm going to have all his audiobooks in here. Every audiobook I'm transcribing to text and I'm putting it in here. So The Power in Now, Stillness Speaks, A New Earth, all of them will be transcribed to text. So now when you're chatting with him, he's going to be able to reference anything from anything he's written because it's all in here. So anyway, that is a super in-depth way to create the best AI mentor or knowledge base. So if you like this, please like and subscribe. I'm going to do a business coach next. And yeah, catch you at the next one. Thanks so much for watching.